This is a video on how to remove and install top stops on most zippers. The fabric part of the zipper is called tape. There's usually a thick part of the tape called a bead or cord. The cord makes the edge of the tape a little stronger and gives the teeth and stops a larger shape to bond to. The metal stops like you find on most jeans are just crimped onto the tape. To remove a crimp style metal top stop, just grab it with a pair of needle nose pliers and pull it off. Another method is to slip a small set of cutters under the edge of the stop. This will expand the stop slightly and make it easier to get the stop off without damaging the tape. This is a coil zipper with a top stop that looks like a three-pronged staple. To remove this type of stop, just slip a thin flathead screwdriver under the stop on the back side of the zipper and pry the staple out. This is a good time to point out the difference in a separating zipper versus a non-separating zipper, just in case you don't already know. A non-separating zipper like found in pants has a bottom stop. A separating zipper like found in a jacket has a box and pin at the bottom instead of a stop. This is a box, this is a pin. The box functions like a stop, but the box and pin mechanism allows you to separate the two sides of the zipper and then put them back together again. There's an important difference in the top stops on these two types of zippers. The top stop on the box side of a separating zipper has to be designed to prevent the slider from coming off when the two sides are separated. If you compare the top stops on similar separating versus non-separating zippers, you'll probably notice the size difference. So if you're just trying to get the slider off of a separating zipper, you only have to remove or modify the top stop on the box side. Here's an example of a top stop on the box side of a separating zipper. The extra material on the side of the stop keeps the slider from coming off. Just use a razor blade to cut the extra material off on both sides. Be careful not to cut the tape. Then the slider can be removed. On the box side of this separating zipper, they added a small bump on the front and back of the top stop. Try cutting off the bump on the back first. Sometimes that's all that's needed. If the slider doesn't come off, then cut the bump off the front side also. This is another example of a top stop on the box side of a separating zipper. They put a strange looking hook on the front and back. Just cut both hooks off and the slider will come off. This is a non-separating zipper. You could cut off the entire top stop on either or both sides, but you really only need to take a small amount off of both stops. Take a small amount off at first. If the slide doesn't come off, take off a little more. That way it's very hard to visually tell that you did anything to the zipper. On a non-separating zipper, if you only plan on removing the top stops and not the bottom stop, and then you remove the slider, don't pull the two sides of the zipper apart. It's much easier to get the new slider on if the zipper is still together. This is an invisible zipper. It's called that because most of the parts are hidden behind the zipper tape. This one has a clear plastic material on a few of the teeth to form a top stop. You can use small wire cutters or a razor knife to remove this type of stop. Be careful so you don't cut the threads that hold the coil part of the zipper to the tape. Once you have the stops cut off, the slide can be removed. This is a thread stop I installed for another video. To remove a thread stop, just cut the threads and pull them out with a set of tweezers or needle nose pliers. This is a glue stop that I installed. I used a pretty strong glue for this, so it'll be pretty hard to remove. But you should be able to cut through any glue with a razor. Just be careful not to cut the tape. Once you shave it down close enough, you should be able to remove the slide. In addition to a normal stop, sometimes the tape at the top of a zipper is flipped over and sewn into the garment like it is on this jacket. So first you have to remove or reduce the size of the top stop using the methods I've already shown you. On a really nice garment, you'll need to cut the stitching so you can straighten the tape and remove the old slider. Or you can cut the tape. Since I don't want to cut my jacket, I'm going to show you how to do this on a comparable zipper. You can cut about halfway through the thick edge of the tape and slip the slider off. You do have to do something to keep this cut from fraying. So I'll show you how to take care of that in another video where I show how to replace sliders and top stops. So that's how to remove top stops. Be sure to check the information section for updates, corrections, and links to related videos. If you share this video, it'll really help me out. And please click the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you have any useful tips on how to remove top stops, please let me know. Or if you have a question about this or some other part of zipper repair, feel free to ask. Thanks.